Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Gebo the Shaman, and today we're talking about the Dharma Devata and the Dharma Devata and what that means. So this is like the one and only mantra that you'll ever need. So, this is the one and only remedy for your life that you'll ever need. If you are following your Dharma, nothing can hurt you, nothing can touch you, nothing bad can happen to you. There's a whole list of reasons why you want to be following your Dharma. Okay? So, we're talking about the Dharma Devata and how to find that in your chart, and we're also talking about the mantras that you can do for your Dharma Devata. Okay, so yeah, I'm back making videos today, guys. So I've been, if you're wondering where I've been or what's going on with me, I've been very sick. You can probably hear it in my voice. It's just been kind of sick, so I've been laying down in bed and just relaxing and healing. So anyway, let's see here. So if you're wondering where I've been, that's where I've been, and let's get into it. So let's see. So the Dharma Devata, how do you find the Dharma Devata? So, well, what is the Dharma Devata? The Dharma Devata is the planet which is responsible for your Dharma, the planet that has chosen to help you achieve your Dharma. And we're talking about this in Vedic Astrology. I have a bunch of things available for Vedic Astrology. I have my certification course, I have my consultations, and birth time rectifications that I do. For Vedic Astrology, so this is a very important concept. It's something that I put into my Vedic Astrology readings. It's a very important concept, and it is basically, if you work with your Dharma Devata, and if you work to follow your Dharma, your soul's path, that means that you're on your right path. You're on the right path, and so that just being on the right path spiritually and in all the ways, basically that means that nothing can really mess with you if you're on your path. So it's a very empowering planet which will help you to basically progress in life and do good things. So anyway, let's see. So let's get into the Dharma Devata. So let's see. Let's bring up this screen. So how do you figure out what your Dharma Devata is? Well, let me see here. You're going to so the Dharma Devata is the destiny deity, and this is the planet that works on the unconscious level and helps you fulfill your Dharma. Alright, so how to find it? You will find your Atma Karka and locate it in your D9 chart. So what does that mean? What is the Atma Karka? So in order to find the Atma Karka, oops, hold on. Alright, in order to find the Atma Karka, you have to look at the planetary degrees. So the Atma Karka is the planet with the highest degrees. So let's see here. We have the sun at 18 degrees. We have the moon at 27 degrees. We'll keep an eye on that. We have the Mars at 26 degrees. So out of those three, moon is the highest, and it'll go down. Mercury 11 degrees. Jupiter at 28 degrees. So that's the highest so far. Venus 24, Saturn 20, Rahu 12, Ketu 12. We don't include Ketu at all. Alright, so the planet with the highest degrees is Jupiter, sitting in Aries at 28 degrees and 8 minutes, or whatever we want to call that. Alright, and then, let's see here. So we see Jupiter has the highest degrees. That means Jupiter is the Atma Karka. Now, Jupiter in the D1 is sitting in Aries in the 8th house. But we want to find it in the D9. So that means Jupiter in the D9 right here. So, oh wait, sorry guys, hold on, let me change that. That's the D10. Why did I do that? Let me see. There we go. Jupiter in the D9. Alright, so let's see, Jupiter in the D9. That is in the 4th house, right here. It is in Sagittarius in the 4th house. So now, the next thing we want to do is count 9 houses away from it. So, starting with this house, the 4th house, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, that's the 7th house, 5, 6, 7 is the 10th house, 8, and 9. So this is Leo. So this house is the 9th house from the 4th house is the 12th house. And so that is Leo. So we don't have any planets right here. So what we do is we take that sign Leo and we determine the planet Lord. So for Leo, that's going to be the sun. So the sun is Mahatma Gandhi's Dharma Devata. Okay? Now, if you had, let's say you had 2 planets here, well, the highest degrees, the one with the highest degrees, you would go back to your the birth chart, because this takes in the degrees of the birth chart. So you would look back at your birth chart and determine which planet had the highest degrees, and then whichever one did is the Dharma Devata. Okay? And then, let's see. So, right here we have no planets, so that would be the sun. If there's one planet excluding Ketu, if Ketu was here, we would not include Ketu. We would, however, include Rahu. So, that's the nuances of that. So, let's see here. So I want you to go into your birth chart, and if you're curious on what astrology software I'm using Jyotish Dashboard, and you can find that on iPhones and iPads and all that stuff. So check that out. All right. So we know that Mahatma Gandhi's Dharma Devata is the sun, and so then we would go to the mantras for the sun. Let me find those real quick. So I just told you how to do the how to find your Atma Karka. Now here I'm going to go ahead and show you the mantras for the Dharma Devata. Okay, so give me a second, guys. I'm gonna pause this and we'll come back with the mantras for each of those. Alright, we are back, guys. So if you want to find this, or if you want a downloadable copy of this, this is available in my Vedic Astrology course. So all my students have a copy of this. So alright, so this is Gebo the Shaman's Vedic Astrology Reading Guide. And so this is the mantras for the Dharma Devata, based on the Dharma Devata. Okay, so we have the sun, which is Rama. So the mantra for the sun, or Rama, this is basically the deity that corresponds with the sun. That's all that is. So the mantra is Om Namo Bhagavate Ramachandraya, and that means I bow to the nourisher who balances sun and moon, mind and soul. So this is a great mantra to chant for the sun, and this is so how you would do this is you would take 40 days and you would buy a 108 bead mala like this, and you would just chant this mantra 108 times, following one mala for 40 days in a row. And that will change things for you and get you on the right path and get your mind thinking a little bit differently. And it's really helpful. Alright, and then we have the moon. So if your Dharma Devata is the moon, that means that the moon's deity is Krishna. So you would be doing a mantra to Krishna. Alright, so Krishna, the mantra is Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. And this means I bow to the divine giver of life. So yeah, just do that 108 times for 40 days and you'll be good. And by the way, it's a minimum of 40 days. Me personally, I've been doing my own mantra for well over a year, or if not like 2 or 3 years. So anyway, let's see here. Mars. So if your Dharma Devata is Mars, the deity that you would do a mantra to is Narasimha. Now that mantra would be Om Namo Bhagavate Narasimhaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Narasimhaya. And that just means I bow to the divine man lion who destroys self-criticism. And Mars is not my Dharma Devata, but I have done this mantra before, and there's nothing like it. It's just so awesome. Like the energy that Narasimha brings, it's just like full of self-love, self-compassion. It's awesome. So can't recommend that highly enough. And then we have if your mantra is, or if your Dharma Devata is Mercury, you would pray to Buddha. And I actually need to I'll edit that later, but that's supposed to have 1 D. So Buddha is different than Buddha as in the big bellied guy. Buddha is basically the avatar of Mercury, avatar of Vishnu, that is representing Mercury. So anyway, So your mantra would be to Buddha, and your mantra would be Om Namo Bhagavate Buddha Devaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Buddha Devaya. Alright, now, this means I bow to the Divine One who has unified the intellect with the heart center. So we have the monkey mind and we have the heart mind. So it's good to kind of link these together to get them aligned and operating as one. Because when that happens, then you're an unstoppable force. It's awesome. So anyway, I'd highly recommend that one. By the way, please don't do any other mantra than your Dharma Devata. So if your Dharma Devata is Saturn and you do the sun's and you do the sun's mantra, please don't do that. Please stick with your Dharma Devata. I know I'm giving you a lot of information and options, but please, just stick to your Dharma Devata. That'll be the best one for you. Anyway, then we have Jupiter. So if your Dharma Devata is Jupiter, then you would worship Vamana. And then let's see here. So you would chant Om Namo Bhagavate Shri Vamanaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Shri Vamanaya. And this means I bow to the self-realized dwarf who aligns the three selves. So Vamana was a small dwarf, a small human being. And he goes up to a king and he says, "Oh, king, he had gained favor with the king." And he says, and the king tells him, "Okay, you can have anything that you want in my kingdom." And then Vamana says, "Okay, king, I only want 3 footsteps of land." And then the king goes, "Wait, this is a trick." And then he decides to let him have 3 footsteps of land. And then he grows, he becomes giant. And then he oops, sorry. Let me see here. Alright, so he becomes this giant, and then he takes 1 step on the earth. He steps 1 step in heaven and 1 step in the on the king's head. He was like, "Okay, I've taken my first 2 steps on earth and in heaven." And then he was like, "Okay, where shall I take my 3rd step, king?" And the king was like, "You can step on my head." So that's what he did. Anyway, if this is your Dharma Devata, that means this is going to be awesome for you. It means a lot of expansion and wisdom and all that good stuff. So, Om Namo Bhagavate Shri Vamanaya. And another thing I have to let you guys know about this is that most mantras, they have that Om symbol. That the Om that you hear about is not pronounced Om. It's pronounced Ong. O-N-G. And why that is because your tongue hits some different meridians while you're making that sound. So Om is just Om. It's just achieved with the lips. It's not really anything, there's nothing going on there. But when you do Om, Hold on, guys. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. Alright, guys. So, when you say it's different from ong. Ong means like you're hitting a meridian in the back of your mouth, like ong. So your tongue is coming up to the back of your mouth. So, anyway, it's ong, not om. Alright, so we talked about Jupiter. Let's talk about Venus. So, if Venus is your Atma Karka, then you would worship Parashurama or Rishikesha. So the mantra would be Ong Namo Bhagavate Rishikeshaya. So that would mean I bow to the divine warrior who defeated the fundamentalist elites. And that is like, that's Venus's desire to protect and sustain you from, anyone who would want to take away your way of life, your lifestyle, the way you live your life. Venus wants to protect that, who was it? Sorry, guys. I'm a little scatterbrained. I forget. But anyway, I forget what I was going to say. But, this is Venus's way of protecting us. Protecting our valuables, our things, our lifestyle, our freedom, battling the fundamentalist elites who want to enslave us and make us communist and whatever. So, then we have Saturn. So, if Saturn is your Dharma Devata, then you would worship Kurma. Kurma is the divine turtle. And Kurma, I believe it was Kurma who, let me check here. Let's see here. Kurma, yeah, I think it was him who, he was at the bottom of the ocean of milk, and when the devas and asuras were stirring up the ocean of milk, they needed some kind of solid platform to put the churning stick in and turn it, because it would always be, get stuck in the mud and things like that. So I believe Kurma was the one that came along and steadied it so that it was, sitting on the back of its shell. Anyway, Kurma is, so the mantra for Kurma is Ong Namo Bhagavate Kurma Devaya. And that means I bow to the divine turtle on whose back spins the wheel of destiny. So, Kurma, this literally is the destiny deity. It is your karma. It is your, the things that you have, the debt that you have built for yourself in the past lives. It is, whatever you've done in the past life, that will be repaid to you in this life. So the debt that you've created will be paid in this life. So that's Saturn. Then we have Rahu. So I do have mantras for Rahu and Ketu. However, Ketu cannot be a Dharma Devata. Just know that. Okay, so Rahu, if Rahu is your Dharma Devata, then the deity is Shukra or Varaha. Anyway, the mantra is Om Pur Namo Bhagavate Varahaya. And that means I bow to the divine boar who helps me achieve my earthly desires. And I believe it was something with the boar's head that, that lifted, I forget what the mythology was about that, but anyway, you can look it up if you're interested. I'm still tired. Anyway, let's see. So then we have Ketu. So if you're, so your Dharma Devata, like I said, cannot be Ketu. However, we'll talk about Ketu's mantra. Alright, so the deity for Ketu is Mina or Matsya. And the mantra for Ketu would be Om Namo Bhagavate Matsya Devaya. And that would be I bow to the divine fish who helps me swim through the ocean of emotions, the emotional instincts. Wow, that's cool. Alright, so, yeah. And then, let's see here. Okay, so, so yeah, that's about all I'm going to share for now. I do have more stuff to add to this. If you would like your own ritual, your own, let's see here, let's get off of this page. Boom. Alright, so, hey guys, if you would like your own ritual, your own mantra, you want to get a booking with me, an astrology consultation with me, please do so, and yeah, I will give you your own astrology reading and things like that. So it's a great time to purchase that and actually start growing spiritually, because these mantras and rituals can help you. So anyway, guys, I guess that's it for me. So I'm pretty tired, so I'm gonna take a nap. I hope you guys are doing well, and yeah, if you have any questions about this, please post them in the comments, and yeah, I think that's about it for me. So thanks, guys. We will talk to you next time. Peace.